only eat edibles for an entire day. Challenge accepted.
To begin this challenge, I had 2 drinks that were made with edible flowers inside of the ice cube. I then had 2 scoops of edible cookie dough and made my way to the home of all things edible at Edible Arrangements. From the chocolate to the cookies to the popcorn, these are definitely the only edibles I want to be eating.
Honey for an entire day. This should be sweet, so challenge accepted.
Now, at first I was just going to drink honey for the entire day, but then I thought I should be more creative. So I found a really messy honeycomb ice cream, a piece of honey pie, and fried chicken that is cooked in 100% honey sauce. To reward myself for completing this challenge, I went to this adorable rooftop bar and got myself this honey bear cocktail, and it had me feeling buzzed.
5 just asked me to eat donuts for an entire day, so I have no choice but to say challenge accepted.
To make this challenge happen, I snuck into the kitchen of the iconic Randy's Donut. While I was back there, they even let me attempt to decorate my own donut. What they didn't tell me though was my tragic donuts were going to be compared to the new Maroon 5 donuts that look like this. But I do not care how bad mine looked, because life is all about the beautiful mistakes.
Jiggly foods for an entire day. This has to be my strangest request yet, but as always, challenge accepted.
Now, to begin this interesting day of eating, I decided to make myself the world's largest jiggly smoothie bowl for breakfast. For lunch, I kept the wiggles going with these adorable little rabbit bungee jellies. I wasn't quite sure what to have for dinner, and then I decided to treat myself to a big jiggly flan. I may not be able to twerk, but that's okay, because after today, my stomach is jiggling.
Green food for an entire day. Well, I am feeling pretty lucky today, so challenge accepted.
To kick off this challenge, I ordered a box of green donuts, but once they arrived, they looked a little bit suspicious. So instead, I decided to Postmate myself this sparkly green donut along with some green eggs. I then had this insane box of the green caviar California roll and a green kale noodle, followed by this green Lucky Charm ice cream and a green cone. To end the day, I got very lucky when I hit a pot of gold on top of my green nude. Now, happy St. Patrick's Day. After all this green food diet, Irish my stomach good luck.
Pasta for an entire day. I mean, the weather today is cloudy with a chance of meatballs, so challenge accepted.
Now, to make this challenge happen, I decided to take a trip to Italy. Well, kind of. You see, I found this place Uovo, and all of their noodles are handmade in Italy and then shipped overnight. So I ordered 8 pasta dishes and sat there all day while eating and drinking wine. And sure, it was a little sad that I wasn't actually in Italy, but I was in Santa Monica, so I went over to Elefante and ordered their famous truffle pasta. And no, I never expected to eat 9 bowls of pasta in one day, but today showed me nothing's impossible.
Eat waffles for an entire day. Let me grab my syrup because challenge accepted.
Now, I started this challenge off very strong with a dulce de leche waffle, a cinnamon roll waffle, and a Nashville hot chicken waffle. I then went over to Atomic Creamery and quite literally lost my mind when I tried their chicken and waffles ice cream flavor. The amount of time and effort that they put into their flavors is remarkable, and you can really taste the quality. To make sure that I really crushed this challenge, I then ended the day with a massive spread of waffle sandwiches. But now I gotta go because I'm starting to feel a little waffle.
Eat burritos for an entire day. This kind of feels more like a reward, but challenge accepted.
To begin this challenge, I had a breakfast burrito that was basically the size of my face. For lunch, I decided to get a little crazy and try a poke burrito, and it was absolutely delicious. For dinner, I went back to basics with one of these famous turkey wet burritos. As if I hadn't already had enough, I then ended the day with this dessert chocolate burrito. And now my stomach is not feeling so neato.
Spicy Mexican food for an entire day. I am such a wimp with spice, but challenge accepted.
To light up this fiery challenge, I started my day with an extra spicy chorizo scramble. I then Postmated myself spicy carrots and spicy salsa, and made my way to have this massive feast at Resident Taco. It was all fun and games until I tried their everything salsa and basically burnt away all my taste buds. In hopes of trying to recover, I then had a spicy margarita, a crazy cucumber and apple, and a Diablito shaved ice. After today, I really wish I looked as hot as my insides feel.
Wings for an entire day. These are getting crazy, but challenge accepted.
Now, to make this challenge happen, I decided to order myself this epic spread from Jolene's Wings. I'm talking all flavors: Nashville hot, buffalo, sweet chili, Cajun, kung pao, and parmesan. Mixed with the sauces and sides, this is the new essential wing delivery in town. You can place your order at jolenes.com.
Emoji foods for an entire day. This may be really hard, but as always, challenge accepted.
Now, this challenge started pretty simple with these adorable and delicious emoji cookies. However, it then got a little more intense when I drove 2 hours to this place that makes cotton candy art. To fit this challenge, I went with a unicorn and a dog. As if that wasn't insane enough, I then ended the day with this epic poop emoji cake. And just like that, challenge completed. I feel like I deserve this.
Space food for an entire day. Challenge accepted.
Now, to make this challenge happen, I spent an embarrassing amount of money on a bunch of products that the internet told me astronauts eat. I started with these ration bars that will last 5 years and were honestly kind of good. I then had a freeze-dried breakfast skillet and almost projectile vomited because I did not read the directions, so I had no idea I was supposed to add boiling water. We're just gonna pretend that there's a Starbucks in space because I then had to go get boiling water and add it to the rest of my freeze-dried foods. Yummy. Speaking of yummy, I then ended the day with a Neapolitan freeze-dried ice cream sandwich. All this food may have been edible, but it was not out of this world.
Chocolate-covered foods for an entire day. My dentist is going to hate me, but Challenge accepted.
To begin this fudging day, I started my morning a little bit bougie with 2 chocolate-covered Belgian waffles. I then decided to take advantage of the best part of Valentine's Day, which is when all the candy goes 50% off the day after. To follow this up, I figured I could do chocolate-covered strawberries or almonds, but then I thought that was kind of boring, so I ordered chocolate-covered crickets. I always thought chocolate could make anything taste good, but today I learned that is not the truth.
Sports foods for an entire day?
Now, before I say challenge accepted, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really know what this comment meant. After Googling it, it sounded kind of boring, so I decided to do something a little bit different and eat like a football player for a day. Following all the articles that I found, I started my morning with a massive breakfast feast. I literally had enough food for a family of 5. For lunch, I was supposed to have 16 ounces of meat and potatoes. However, I didn't really know how to weigh meat, so I decided to just guesstimate with 2 burgers and fries. I then had nuts, oatmeal, and rotisserie chicken, but then I started to feel so sick that I had to give up. And that's why I'm a TikToker and not a football player.
Eat healthy food for an entire day? I mean, I'd rather not, but challenge accepted.
Now, I know this could come as a surprise since you're used to watching me eat like this, but I actually do enjoy eating healthy. I do have a small, and by small I mean massive, phobia of fruit, but when it comes to vegetables, I'm a huge fan because they're pretty easy to hide. For example, a cauliflower crust pizza, or even these veggies made great chocolate muffins. You would have no idea, but these muffins are made of zucchinis and carrots. With items like this, kids today have no reason to be afraid of vegetables.
Barbecue foods for an entire day? This has been very requested, so challenge accepted.
Now, I didn't really know what to have for breakfast, so I decided to go with barbecue wings and buffalo fries. For lunch, I had a delicious barbecue chicken pizza and found this very interesting barbecue wing soda. When it was time for dinner, I knew I needed to say holy cow, so I got myself the most insane spread of all things barbecue. I've never eaten so much meat, but I couldn't give up. The stakes were too high.
Blended foods for an entire day? Challenge accepted.
Now, to start the day, I had an overpriced smoothie and a delicious milkshake, but then I was craving some real food. So I decided to take this challenge pretty literally and blend up some food that I actually wanted to eat. I started with this chicken nugget french fry lemonade smoothie and ended the day with the pizza pasta breadstick shake. You could call me a lot of things, but not committed is not one of them.
In alphabetical order, I feel like this is going to be harder than anything I ever did in school, but challenge accepted.
To begin this challenge, I had avocado on a bagel with a coffee and a donut that had an egg inside of it. I then had French toast, Gatorade, a hot dog, ice, and Jell-O. I followed this with a Kit Kat, Lay's, milk, Nutella, and Oreos. I then had a potato quiche, Ritz, salmon, and tofu. I found upside down cake ice cream and then had a shot of vodka followed by water to congratulate myself for doing this. To finish the challenge, I had xanthan gum, yogurt, and ended the day with a baked ziti. And now I definitely know my ABCs.
Jumbo foods for an entire day? Challenge accepted.
Now, before I tell you about my insane jumbo dinner, let me walk you through the rest of my day. For breakfast, I had 2 plates of giant pancakes. For lunch, I had the world's largest gummy worm and chocolate chip cookie. To snack, I made table nachos. And to end the day, I had a 54-inch pizza. I also used a pizza to celebrate that we hit 4 million followers on here. But trust me, the amount of gratitude I have for you all is way bigger than any pizza I could ever eat.